great day. I also welcome the non-teaching members who have been running for this day. Last but not least, I take this moment to welcome all the other friends and family members of Vikas who have always supported our school every manner. Their suggestions and wishes have been a great boost for us. If I have left out anyone, I welcome them and extend my heartfelt thanks for coming and supporting us this day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Gratitude opens the doors to power, the wisdom and the creativity of the universe. You have opened the door through your inspiring speech. The greatest wisdom is in simplicity, love, respect, tolerance, sharing, gratitude and forgiveness. Great teachers have said that from the beginning, find your heart and you will find your way. We have here our respected chief guest who through his simplicity has attained greater heights. I would now request the most honorable Sri Trimurti ji to step upon the stage and address the gathering.
Respected Chairman, Mr. Yusuf bin Syed Mira, respected Principal, Mrs. Sadhana Karthikeyan, respected Director from the Ministry of Education, Mr. Muhammad Najib, respected Dr. Rajamani ji, distinguished members of the Management Committee, teachers, parents, well-wishers, friends and my dear students. Believe me, it's a great pleasure to be here this evening. I spent nearly 2 hours sitting in the car to come here, but I think that every minute I spent in the car is worth it when I come here and see the wonderful students of your school. I'd like to tell all your students that when your principal and your chairman, they invited me, I immediately agreed because I wanted to come and meet you here in your school. Some of your students, in fact, you have come home to my home, India House, every Republic Day, every Independence Day of India. Your children are at my residence when we hoist the national flag. I have always considered it a great pleasure not only to interact with them, but I also consider it a great source of pride for me when your children come to my house to respect the national flag and to perform, to sing national songs. So therefore, it is my turn now to come to your gathering, to come here and to be amongst your students. I would also like to say that another incentive for me to come is the fact that the Vikas International School has been doing a great service to the people of Malaysia, particularly in Kuala Lumpur. The Vikas International School has set very high standards of quality. And as your website says, it says there is a wise saying that a school is a building which has 4 walls and within it is tomorrow. I think your school is genuinely building that future for your students. And I would like to congratulate the chairman, the principal, and all the teachers in the school who are making tomorrow possible for this country and for every student in your school. So it is therefore delightful that I could come and participate in your annual day. Naturally, students, your parents are with you today. Your parents are always with you. And I'm sure they take great pride in the fact that you are here. A great Tamil saint, a poet, a scholar called Thiruvalluvar, he has indicated 2 or 3 attributes of this great relationship between a parent and a child. What he says is that a parent wants the child to succeed in such a way that when there is a group of wise people, when there is a group of intelligent people, he wants his child to be right at the front of this group of wise men. And when the student starts becoming even better than the parents, when they excel their parents' own abilities, no one is happier than the parents themselves. And the students, what you have to do is that you have to study in such a way that when someone looks at you, they say, look at this child, his parents are indeed very lucky. That's what Thiruvalluvar says. And that is how you should conduct yourself. There is no one who can believe in you more than your parents. They believe that you will succeed one day. But their belief in you cannot succeed if you do not have self-belief. If you cannot yourself believe as a student that I will succeed, I can do it, I can crack the mathematics, I can do well in science. If you do not believe in yourself, no amount of belief by others or by your parents will be successful. I don't know how many of the students here has watched the cartoon called Kung Fu Panda. Who has watched Kung Fu Panda?
All.
Oh, there are lots of people who have put up their hands. If you have not watched it, please go and watch it. It's a cartoon called Kung Fu Panda. You know a panda, I mean you have it in your zoo. It's an animal which is very fat and it's very slow. But it has got a dying ambition to be and to do Kung Fu. But all the other animals do Kung Fu better than the panda. I won't tell you the whole story, but the fact remains that it learns Kung Fu, it goes through a lot of difficulties, but after learning Kung Fu, it realizes that the only difference between a good Kung Fu artist or a Kung Fu player or a Kung Fu master and a great Kung Fu master, the only difference between the two is self-belief. Once the panda realizes self-belief, it becomes what is called the great dragon warrior. The other aspect I would like to touch on for the students is that do not hesitate to make mistakes. Do not be afraid to fail. Everyone makes mistakes. Your parents make mistakes. Your teachers make mistakes. We make mistakes. But you fail only when you do not learn a lesson from your mistakes. With every mistake, learn a lesson and go higher. You have to go higher. When Thomas Alva Edison, you all know who Thomas Alva Edison is, he invented the bulb. The light bulb was invented by him. He failed 1,000 times in his experiment. but then he succeeded. And when someone told him that you have failed 1,000 times, he said, I didn't fail 1,000 times. Now I know that there are 1,000 steps you have to take before you invent the light bulb. The other aspect I would like to say is, please go and participate in sports and extracurricular activities. Because if you do not have a strong body, you cannot have a strong mind. If your body is weak, you are only going to think of where it pains your hand or your legs. You're not going to concentrate on your studies. Swami Vivekananda, a great philosopher, said that you will have to have a strong body to play football. Because if you do not play football, you will never be able to succeed mentally. You will never be able to imbibe the studies which you have. So please do not treat extracurricular activities and sports as something which is wasteful and something which is done on the side. It is integral to your education. It builds your character. And lastly, this is something I can tell all of you. I am sure that in Vikas International School, you are indeed lucky to be in this school. A school which is striving to do better and better, to provide you with better education. But when you do that, and I talk directly to the youngsters and the children, please remember that there are many people outside who are far less fortunate than you are. An attitude of compassion is extremely important from a very young age. An attitude to help the others. Because you are fortunate, but there are many people who are not so fortunate. So this attitude, it is important to cultivate from a very young age. Unfortunately, the youngsters of today are far more aware of their surroundings, far more aware of people who are hungry, people who are poor, than probably the earlier generations were. And please continue to have a sense of compassion for them. You know, I find it much easier to talk to children than to adults. I find it much easier to talk to students than to teachers and try and convince them. In fact, I find it much easier to talk to sons and daughters than to their parents. So I just wanted to tell all the students here that I'm very happy to come and participate in this annual day. And for me, it is like coming to your home, since you always come to my home. Thank you very much. I'm sure you will succeed in whatever you take up. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Your speech has indeed taught us that success is the result of self-belief and to learn from failures. Education is not just books, but extracurricular activities too. And in this world of chaos, compassion is what takes us to the next level. Thank you very much, sir. Through our growth mindset talks, we learn about what it means to try and persevere through a task. To prove this right, our students and teachers have penned their efforts to give our school its first souvenir. So before releasing the first copy of our magazine, the Vikas Chronicles, we will be felicitating our Honorable Chief Guest. I call upon the other dignitaries on the stage too. Now our Honorable Chief Guest would receive a great round of applause. Now Honorable Chairman will felicitate. Entry, document degree. Thank you, sir. Sir, we request you to felicitate Dr. M.C. Rajamani. As we just said, it was a great fun while compiling all the best, like whatever the children did, we were able to compile it into a small souvenir. I hope every parent would love to go through the pages and it would be a memory for the little ones. So now it's time to release the Vikas Chronicles. The artwork of the children, the stories, the riddles, and various things were there in the book, and it was fun to collect and make it to a small magazine. And we named it the Vikas Chronicles because it's going to go on the years together. Thank you, sir. The copies will also be handed over to our other Honorable Chief Guest. Now as we have our beloved dignitaries on the stage, we request our chief guest to bless the best of our outgoing students. As said by Dr. Abdul Kalam, all of us do not have equal talents, but all of us have an equal opportunity to develop our talents. We have here students who are multi-talented. It gives us immense pleasure in honoring our best of outgoing students who have showcased their talents in different ways. To call first, we have here our school pupil leader, Ko-Varshini, Miss Outstanding, who is multi-talented student. Ms. Awesome Hilaria. Beauty and subtle in one place, Nurmina, Miss Wonderful.